I want Scott Cawthon on his deathbed.
Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So, helicopters. What do you think about those? How the fuck they do that? Doesn't make any sense.
Helicopters, gender, yes or no?
Oh. Attack helicopters. LGBTQAH.
I think I already brought this up. I don't quite remember if it was on an episode or if it was just like us shooting the shit. But somebody, I forget their name, but they are transgender themselves, and they
their name.
Either transgender or like identify as non-binary, something not cishet, whatever. And they wrote a sci-fi like novella or just like short novel called "I Identify as an Attack Helicopter," like turning it on its head. I haven't read it; I've only heard about it, and I kind of want to read it. The problem is, the publisher got a bunch of flack from the LGBTQ plus community saying that it was offensive, but it was a member of the community who wrote it, and like it's just like this cannibalism of progress. It's really sad because it sounds like a great novel.
Are you a cannabophobe?
Cannabophobe.
That's the name for a Christian metal band.
Cannabophobe.
Yeah, we're a Christian Cannibal Corpse cover band.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
I drink the blood of Christ instead of I cum blood.
Yeah.
Oh God, what else do we have?
We're
crucified and blessed.
We are relying on you, Abysmii, because neither of us listen to Cannibal Corpse.
I am a big fan. I've seen them in concert, have a lot of albums.
Abysmii gets drunk, listens to Cannibal Corpse.
I'll listen to them drunk or sober. They actually also did just collaborate with one of my favorite new metal bands, which is called Igor. Those guys are fucking crazy.
Cool.
Did you say new metal or new metal? Or new metal?
NEW metal, a metal band that is new on the scene, relatively speaking.
New metal, got it.
But I like new metal. I like Linkin Park and Korn. I'm not going to like pretend that wasn't a big part of my fucking childhood. So
Abysmii was really big into the screamo scene back when it was a scene.
Screamo is different, and not so much now. Never really could get to screamo.
Paprika, where's my chin? Anyway, so what are we reading, you drunk fucks?
Yeah, you tell
I
me.
have had a single shot.
When we first started this call, you said to me, this is exactly what you said. You said, quote, Slimebeast, that's what I'm drinking. You said, guess what you're drinking the minute the call started. But you've had one shot.
The answer was coffee.
Oh, Irish coffee.
I had to descale my coffee maker today. It was not fun.
Descale?
He had to shrink it down.
It's not so much a coffee maker as it is a dragon.
As it is a lizard who makes me coffee.
Yeah.
No, you never had to descale your coffee maker?
I don't even
have a coffee maker? Yeah, I figured.
Damn.
Basically, if you have a coffee maker, real interesting fucking cold open, by the way.
God.
Fuck off. You're going to listen to this, people, just so you know. You don't clean your coffee maker for enough months. It basically builds up a bunch of residue, and then one day you go to make coffee, and it just fucking stops, and you open it, and basically the percolation has just ceased, so you just have like a swamp of fucking coffee
Maybe you just
grounds.
need to get a more reliable coffee maker, Abysmii.
No, it's fine. It just, all coffee makers have to be descaled. What you do is clean that motherfucker out, put in a mixture of white vinegar and water, and run the clean cycle, and then do that like 3 times, and you're good.
Let me tell you, my
DP.
coffee maker is 100% reliable. I have never had to clean Chelsea ever.
God damn it. You haven't had to. You have, but it wasn't required. You didn't have to do it.
Chelsea never showers.
Chelsea just walks in with an espresso, and you're like, "What? Go fucking descale yourself. What is wrong with you?"
Go shrink down 5 sizes. Descale.
She's an Argonian maid.
Yeah. Oh, boy. You people and your coffee makers and your women and your dragons and your vodka
Helicopters. Sure, why not? There's a cold open in there somewhere. Hey, we're back at Let's Not Meet.
Hey kids, can you find the cold open? It's right behind me. Point to it. Where is it?
Self-isolation does weird things, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's becoming bizarre. So, this has been suggested by Lesser Older Tales, because we asked, like, hey, what are some Let's Not Meet stories that are obviously fake? Because we don't want to, like, read real traumatic...
actual accounts.
Yeah. And it's hard because it's a mixture of, like, obvious bullshit, real-life trauma, and then stuff where it's unclear. And so, according to Lesser Older Tales, one of the more famous Let's Not Meet meat.
Let's not eat meat, everybody.
Let's not meet sweats.
Let's Not Meet is an entirely different subreddit. Let's Not Meet stories is fake. I'm sure of it. It's the Dr. Ramsey story, if anyone cares. So we're going to be reading Dr. Ramsey.
Dr. Rockster is going to be the story we're reading by Sweet Mercy. But I do want to point out that, what was the name of the person that suggested this? Lesser Older Tales?
Yes.
God, the Sonic canon has just gotten so overwrought with all these characters. Jesus Christ. Sonic travels to the future and meets Lesser Older Tales.
Okay.
Old and not as powerful.
Which franchise is more bloated? And be honest, Sonic or Five Nights at Freddy's?
Ooh, well.
Because Five Nights at Freddy's got... Just period. Because one got really bloated in a very short amount of time, and the other is a much longer, more established IP. But, like, I'm thinking about that one FNAF game that is seriously just, like, 60 fucking characters.
Yeah.
Like...
Hey, FNAF fans, here's a new game, FNAF World. You can buy it. Just kidding, it's free. Sorry.
With the exception of Chaotix, every Sonic game has introduced a few characters, one, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
Chaotix was just like, hey, here's the whole gang of, like, weird animals.
Oh,
so
God.
I would definitely say Five Nights...
Everybody,
Sonic.
fuck me up ass.
Let's consider the following, guys.
I will say this, easier to explain a blue hedgehog that eats chili dogs than it is to explain anything related to FNAF. He's from a planet of hedgehogs there.
I want Scott Cawthon on his deathbed to, like, record as part of his last will and testament. There is no continuity. Everything's a fever dream. Fuck you, Matt Pat. And he dies.
Quote,
He pretty much has already said, fuck you, Mad Pat.
He has, but he needs to, like, explicitly record himself saying it.
that should be the sound of the jump scare in the next game. Fuck you, Matt Pat! But, I do want to point out...
No, it has to be, like pitched down, bit crushed, and then reversed, and then, like...
And then stretched out again. Yeah.
Yes. And it's like, if we decode this, it says, fuck you... Oh. Oh.
I do want to point out that we have a quote, the best quote of 2020 from Abysmii. Already we have it. It's, I want Scott Cawthon on his deathbed.
Give me pictures of Scott Cawthon on his deathbed.
Elias, please put that at the very beginning of the episode before
Yes. Oh no, is that going to be a new standard thing on our show? Have we created something new where something gets taken out of context and put at the beginning?
We've done that before.
If it presents itself, it should be done, but we have done in the past, yes.
When Elias put funny bunny penis at the beginning of the episode, and then edited out the context for funny bunny penis. And
You know what?
Murder
But like
Creeps.
the context was not. It was whatever. Like it didn't really add much. It was fine on its own.
Okay, guys. Funny bunny penis. More likely to be a Sonic or FNAF OC?
Ooh. Well,
And
I
would
mean,
you ship them with lesser older tales?
I think Sonic, only because FNAF is owned and controlled by a evangelical Christian, so
On
I
his
don't
deathbed.
think he's going to put that in there.
You
What
know
if
what? The
on his
evangelical
deathbed-
Christians are
okay.
giant pervs.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, they are, but they're not going to publicize that except on accident.
Nobody listening knows what you said because I talked over you. Sorry.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, well.
No. But what did I say? Literally, what did I say?
You said that even evangelical Christians are giant pervs, which is true.
Oh.
Which is true, but then I said, but they're not going to make it public, except on accident in the case of, what was it, Ted Cruz going horny on Maine on Twitter.
Ted Cruz.
In League of Legends, he went horny down Maine, or what?
What? No, horny on Maine, meaning like you are
Yes,
basically. Wait,
he was
okay.
being facetious.
Okay.
Maybe you are
Sometimes
drunk.
I can't tell. No, sometimes I'm sober and I can't fucking tell.
He went to Maine, met up with
that's
some
called
lobster fishermen. Yeah.
Not being able to tell when you're sober is called appreciating Kingdom Hearts.
So what's
Look,
the story,
Doctor.
No. Fuck
Dr.
you. Back
Ramrich?
up. Back up. Slimebeast cannot get angry at me for lying about whether a story title I'm putting forth in Sleep or No Sleep is true or not when he fucking tries to trip me up all the time. All right?
Listen,
Just saying.
I don't have to try. So we're on No Sleep, and we're reading Dr. Ramsey.
Here, okay.
20-minute cold open.
We need to be done with this fucking cold open. We need to put a fucking bullet in it.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, if I take a single sip of alcohol, it just gives Abysmii an excuse to get fucked and stop concentrating. He's just like, well, if he's getting drunk, I gotta get drunker.
When Brandon gets sipsy, Abysmii gets tipsy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay. Dr. Ramsey copyright symbol.
right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can we say that, number one, the only tag for the story is epic, and the first character is the copyright symbol?
Epic. Oh, wait, there actually are some other tags here. Epic, waffles, bacon, spork,
Weed, te.
weed, yeah.
Looks
I
legit.
recently replied to a post on Ask Reddit about scariest experiences, and after reading what I had to say, a couple of people suggested I post about it here, so here I am, smiley face. About a week
I don't know whether to be excited or anxious about how informal and bloggy this conversational text is.
Paprika, am I excited or am I anxious? You drunk. Go to sleep.
Go to
Am I
sleep on the
excited?
podcast.
Anxious. Sounds like a pop punk song. A week or so before my 10th birthday, I walked to the corner store with a $5 bill and picked up a jar of happiness. Wait, a jar of ragu for my mom. On my way home, a man I had never seen before fell asleep
on me.
fell asleep on me, just spontaneously passed out. Sir, are you all right? Are you drunk? No, I'm just narcoleptic.
Is that
Okay.
ragu? Oh, my one weakness.
Ladies, are you tired of men falling asleep on you when they see your jar of ragu?
God damn it.
On my way home, a man I'd never seen before fell in step with me and began talking.
Hi, he said cheerfully. My name is Dr. Ramsey. I'm a pediatrician. Do you know what a pediatrician is, little boy?
Have you ever
Little
been
boy
to
was not in there.
Have you ever been to a Turkish pediatrician? Have you ever seen a grown pediatrician naked? What are the first three letters of pediatrician? Oh my god! I walked along silently, not replying, and fervently hoping he would take that as a sign he should leave me alone. Subtleties were not his strong suit, though, because he kept right on chattering.
Dr. Pediatrician, why would you know this?
I'm the world's coldest pediatrician. Nice OC, buddy. Nice original character. What the fuck? He knows Slender Man. He's a cold pediatrician.
Is cold pediatrician purple? Okay, well, abandon it. It's not funny.
Blue guy.
Blue guy. Are your parents looking for a pediatrician for you? Of course. You're almost a big girl now. You'll be needing another kind of doctor soon, won't you? If you get what I mean. That's okay, though. They can still bring you to me until then. What's your name? You have beautiful hair. I was just on my way to get some suckers for the candy jar in my office. Do you like suckers?
This is just help. I met an incel and he won't leave me alone. Oh boy. Thankfully we were nearing my house, so I ran forward up the back steps and into the back steps.
I ran forward, back, left, right, BA, start. I had infinite lives, so I wasn't scared anymore.
Up the back steps and in through the kitchen door. I didn't know it then, but that was the beginning of a very long, very scary ordeal. It didn't take long after that for Dr. Ramsey to begin showing up. At first, it seemed benign enough. No, none of this is benign, at least to a kid. He would drive by nearly every day, smiling and waving. I told my mom, who said maybe it was on his way home from work, but then the phone calls began. Either your mom just doesn't give two shits about you, or this is fucking made up. Because no mom's going to be like, oh, there's a stranger following you all the time and trying to, like, basically give you a sucker in his van. That's perfectly fine. It's on his way home.
Mommy, someone followed me home and they're driving by every day. Ragu, I need more ragu. Baby,
all women are ragu zombies.
Ragus.
Baby, take this $5.
That's what I call
go
all
to the
Italian
store.
women.
The mother is just sitting there with like a jar of ragu, swigging it like Abysmii on a bottle of booze. I need more ragu.
It's holding it like it's like a doll. It's just swaddling it like a baby in a rocking chair.
Yes, Twin Peaks character Ragu Lady. Okay,
Ragu Lady.
Sorry,
I've got spirit. How about you? I like a bitch with some fine ragu.
Call her girlfriend. I'll ragu her too. I don't know. All right, is this me now? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's you.
My dad called me into the living room and sat me down and angry. He asked about the day Dr. Ramsey followed me home, and if I talked to him. He said I wasn't in trouble, but that I needed to tell him the truth. I told him no, as in K-N-O-W, and he asked if I was sure. Could I be forgetting something? I told him K-N-O-W again, no again, and he frowned, then asked, then how does he know your name? I didn't know.
It turns out that he was not all that. It turns out that was not all he knew. He knew my sister's name as well. Pretty soon, neither my sister or I were allowed to answer the phone. He called several times a day. At first, neither of us knew what he was saying. Then, one night, one of my brothers told us that he was telling my parents that he was going to hurt me and later my sister. This
is dumb.
Bullshit.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you name your daughters Hi and Hello. They're like, how does he know her name? Because he said hi in the beginning, and he's saying hello when he calls on the phone.
We wanted to let our daughters pick their names. The first word they said was going to be their name, obviously.
First thing your kid says is hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey. But, no, so at the beginning it's just like, well, maybe the mother is just like, not all there, not like, an attentive mother. Maybe this isn't a great household and they're just not paying attention to the stalker. And then it's just like, the father is concerned. And it's just like, okay, well, police. Do you know about the police? They're basically, like private security. They're like that, but free and for everyone.
Well, not free.
Not
because
this is
taxes.
Thou shalt not.
This is our older daughter Hi. This is our middle daughter Hello, and this is our younger daughter Sup. I think I might not be the father of that one.
So?
Oh, that's fucked.
Why?
I want to take a
has red
tangent
hair.
here to talk about No Sleep's length delineations. They're short, medium, epic,
This would
long,
be
and
on-
verified.
This would be on Let's Not Meet, but still, yes.
What did I say?
You said r/alcoholic addiction help. I guess that's on your mind. I don't know. You been there?
This whole episode to cry for help. You can't complain. The last super drunk episode we had, I managed to get an animated out of that I put to Ed, Edd and Eddy. So whatever.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty great.
You realize that you just got drunk and uploaded a full episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy, right?
And to YouTube's credit, they haven't taken that down yet. It turns. Oh no, that was what I read. Things got complicated after that. My dad had called the police finally, but as this was before there were any stalking.
Go ahead.
Hold on. But as this was before there were any stalking laws are decades old at this point. I'm fairly certain. So, are you writing back in 1933?
There are laws. There were no laws back then about calling somebody and telling them they were going to kill their kids. Oh, ma'am, it's not on the books. Not much we could do. Let us know if he does kill them, though. Then we're going to be on him.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but someone calling up and threatening to kill you, not against the law.
Yeah.
Battery, not a problem. Threats, not a problem. There was not a lot they could do. They told my parents to call back if he tried anything. He's already trying things.
Yep.
But, okay, so there's no stalking laws. Well, we can't do anything. There's no law against stalking. But he's Japanese. Why didn't you say so? Let's get him in an internment camp.
God
Listen, you just didn't disclose that information. That was pertinent.
God damn you, Japanese pediatrician Dr. Ramsey.
It's a code name, okay?
Oh, I see. Rams. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, anyway. I can't right now. My dad then called a friend of his from back in the day who happened to be a cop. Oh,
Okay.
well, if the first cop can't fix it, the second cop surely can. For the next month, my dad's friend escorted me to and from school. Suddenly, life as I knew it came screeching to a halt.
I died.
The
end.
My dad's friend shot me, and now I'm dead.
Mr. Ramsey came by and poked me with a stick. Now I'm not into it, he said.
I couldn't walk to school alone. I couldn't play outside. I couldn't walk to Super America, sort of like a 7-Eleven for those who don't know. All right.
Made up.
Cool.
When access to me was completely denied, things escalated. It was around this time he began threatening my sister as well. Then, one afternoon, my sister, two of my brothers, meaning they have more than two brothers.
How many people are in his family?
This is bringing back memories of that fucking Obama story we read in the very beginning
Oh
when we
my
first did
God.
it. My two sisters, my three brothers, five of my... Then
all of
one
us
afternoon.
stuck in this horribly dilapidated sewer pipe called an apartment.
Yep.
Holy shit. I was like, what story? Oh, yeah.
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 Then one afternoon, my sister, two of my brothers, my mom and I were in the kitchen. Well, one of my moms and three of my dads.
Sasha, Malia, I am but one of your 5 fathers. This is now the time for me to tell you.
You must now identify the real dad. And he stands in a line of 6 people. The time has come. Choose wisely. Wrong!
Oh, now listen. Your mother is into NTR.
Listen, if you can't identify the real Barack Obama, you're gonna have to live in the salt flats. Sorry. That's how it works in this family. Sasha, Malia, we never told you about your older sisters. There's 7 of them. One of my...
How is that even biologically possible?
Shut the hell up.
One of my brothers saw a glimpse of someone in the garage. They'd seen him too. It's one of your many brothers.
There's somebody in the garage that we don't know. Should we be concerned about that?
Call the police.
The
He's literally
ragu,
trespassing. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Trespassing is not against the law. Back in 1924.
God damn it. I just saw someone in the garage. He's tremendous. He's a huge guy. He's green. He has windshield wipers. Was it the car? Oh, yeah. Of course.
I just love the idea that, like, Reagan gets elected and it's just like, well, it's long overdue that we have some trespassing laws in this country.
Hey,
and Congress is fighting against it.
Yes.
They're like, whoa, you're saying I can't just go to random people's houses?
Trespassing is my 67th Amendment right.
Now, if we cannot stalk little baby children, then what happens to our American freedom?
The founding fathers stalked children up and down the fields all day. I don't see what's wrong with it.
There's just like 4 Congress people who are like, I think that we should have some trespassing laws. And the media is just like, these violent extremists.
Un-American fascists.
Now, I want to show you on the Senate floor today, I want to show you some pictures of some children who are currently going unstalked. Who took the pictures? All right. Which one of you did it? Who has them kid pictures? All right. Well, actually, you know what? This is actually ringing true. Dr. Ramsey came bolting out of the garage. He's Zoidberg.
Yay.
Do you have a pediatrician? My brother's chasing after him. Oh, God. Oh, they ran all the way to Cherokee Park, where he lost them in the trees.
Well, I know where that is.
I like to picture these are all younger brothers, so their ages 2 to 4. Chase this guy. My parents called the police again, but nothing came of it. The only information they had was the description and the name that was most likely fake. Okay. No fingerprints,
Most certainly fake.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Okay.
else is
A basic
almost
search.
certainly fake?
A basic search of Cherokee Park comes up in Louisville, Kentucky, which would explain a lot about this
Oh,
story.
I see. We
Just,
searched through Cherokee Park. We didn't find Dr. Ramsey. Found a fuck ton of Cherokees, though.
It's weird. Oh my
A
god.
couple weeks later,
Elizabeth
I woke
Warren.
up to find our dog, oh my god, hanging from the side porch.
Oh, no. A hanging dog.
She was a gorgeous saddleback German Shepherd. Fuck this.
I'm sorry. I talked over you and I feel bad, so let me just repeat that for our audience. A couple weeks later, we found one of our 7 dogs hanging from the side porch. Our 12 cats were horrified. Our 17 goldfish refused to come out of their castles.
Don't even get me started on the iguana park that we have. There's just an amusement park full of iguanas.
Do we care to continue?
It might get funnier.
Okay, yeah. So the argue against is this is obviously fake and fucking stupid. The argue for is that Dr. Ramsey is quickly becoming an icon pasta.
Yes.
So it could be really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was great.
Okay,
I'm having a great time.
Going, then.
It's an excellent story.
It's amazing.
Born out of clearly a real trauma that someone has experienced. Having their German Shepherd hanged on their front porch.
I've been watching a lot of Let's Plays. That too. A lot of Let's Plays of indie horror games. Let's Gays.
Yes.
A lot of Let's Plays of indie horror games, and the amount of icon pasta, there's a Venn diagram of indie horror games and icon pastas, and the middle overlap is just expanding all the time. Because it's literally just spooky thing in garage, quick, run away, run into forest. I've seen this before. It's hilarious.
We're all devastated. The cops said there was no evidence it was him and ruled it accidental, but none of us believe that.
I'm sorry, man, but someone hanging your dog off the side of your porch is not against the law. Back in 1911.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
Hey, baby, have you seen the dog? Come here, Carradine. Carradine.
Oh. God damn it.
It's an accident.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
His phone calls became more informative in the meantime. He started giving us updates on the economy. He would talk about who was home and who wasn't. He was our Google Home service before it was a thing. If my brother would say my dad was home, he would tell him who was really in the house. He would also talk about the house itself, about the window in the kitchen he could easily open with a knife from the outside even when it was locked, and about the French doors that connected the living room to the side porch and how the lock could be finagled from the outside if you jiggled it just right. That night, my dad put in some carpenter nails at the bottom of the French doors until he could get a new lock ordered.
So what are they doing? Are they just like answering the phone and they're just like, I can get into your house? And it's like, yeah, that's great. What else? If you like finagle the lock on the French door, it's like, yep, okay. And then what else do you have? Like, are they just having a conversation with this fucking guy?
Pretty much.
Apparently.
I will forgive everything about this made-up story if it turns out at the end the parents are anti-vaxxers and he's just breaking in to vaccinate them.
That's not going to be it, but okay.
I'm gonna jab you with a needle. My parents had to go to a company event for my dad's work, of course. And they're not going to get a sitter or anybody to watch over the kids.
They work for Flat Earth Incorporated.
The FEINC. My older brothers were at Saints West roller skating rink, of course. My sister was on the phone with her best friend, Mr. Ramsey, Dr. Ramsey. My little brother was on the floor asleep. I was watching Devo on the midnight special with Wolfman Jack.
What the fuck?
Is Devo the name of a horror movie, or are we talking about the band? No, it's Wolfman Jack. So that would be
It's got to be a band. It's got to be a band.
So this takes place in like the 80s or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking, is that also like a movie you would see at night on like one of those like Elvira type shows? But then I remembered, Wolfman Jack's a different guy.
Yeah.
No, but there's like all of this stuff of like, the St. West roller skating rink. Instead of saying like my older brothers were at the St. West roller skating rink, you could say, if this story was fiction because it's real, right? Mm-hmm. You could say like, they were at the, make out point, which, the place where all the kids go to like finger each other at St. West roller skate rink back behind the dumpster. Like you could do anything to establish it by just saying like, it's the place where all the hip kids went, St. West roller skate rink. But if they just throw it in there, like we fucking know, like we don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's Reddit. It's not like everyone's from fucking Kentucky.
Kentucky. It's, interesting how everybody, the parents, the older brothers, everybody has left when there is literally a killer calling them every day.
Every day.
Calling the kids. It was late. Suddenly, the top of the French doors swung inward, and in a few milliseconds, before the nails in the bottom caused them to snap back, I could see his silhouette. My sister whipped her hair back and forth. No, whipped the phone at the television.
Why?
And we ran up the stairs. About halfway up, we realized our little brother was still asleep on the living room floor. As quietly as we could, we slipped back down the stairs to get him. We didn't like him, so we slipped back down the stairs and tied him up. We all went into our bedroom and didn't turn on the light. This way we could see outside. We watched out the window for a while, and when we didn't find him, we crept down the hall to our brother's room to look. We looked down and could see someone standing at the back door. So we looked out a window, didn't see him, looked out a different window and saw him. He knocked, loudly and angry. Okay.
What do you want? My sister asked out of the window. He stepped back and said, is this my Mercy residence?
Nope.
Is this the Mercy residence?
Uh-huh. Oh, it's just Dead Palette. It's just the Mercy residence. I've been to the Farrer residence.
Listen. I'm not trying to assault you. I'm just trying to hook you up.
Yeah.
Listen, free brown sugar down here.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Free brown sugar sounds like something you'd see on a t-shirt at a protest.
Free brown sugar. I have a pizza delivery. Can you come to the door? He's just down there. He's just a dude in a doctor's outfit with bleeding hands from having his hands stabbed with nails. He's just like, I have a pizza.
Where's the pizza? I don't see it. Listen, your children.
It's in the car.
Yeah. Your children, use your imagination.
Just open up the front door and I'll give you your free brown sugar pizza.
God damn it. No.
She scoffed at him, declaring she was not stupid. She could see he didn't have a pizza.
You're a fucking idiot.
God damn it.
He left.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. My bad. I forgot the pizza. I'll be right back.
Damn it. I knew there was some other part to this plan.
That actually is like a good pickup line if you're at a bar, just, slide up next to somebody and say, hey, I've got a pizza. Like, what?
No, you don't. Oh, shit. Be right back. Show up with no pizza. Hey, I've got that pizza now.
Yeah. Let's go.
Guaranteed to work every time.
Listen, babe, I know we just met, but I have a delivery scheduled to be at my house in like 20 minutes. Let's go there.
Yep.
Okay, legitimately though, if you show up with just free pizza to someone who is drunk enough in a bar, you will make fast friends with them because they're like, oh, thank God, pizza. It's not a terrible idea. Will it get you to sex? Probably not.
Well, it probably shouldn't because they're drunk. Anyway.
That too.
Well, like, if they're drunk and you have to give them some pizza, you might get a hand job because their hand is already greasy at that point.
What if they're drunk, but then they can't consent? So you spike the pizza with a reverse Mickey that makes them sharp and alert.
Yeah, that's, can you in good conscience say, like, look, I've tried to get as much caffeine in them as possible.
Your Honor, if you'll check the scaling on my coffee maker.
A short while later, my brothers returned home. We told them what happened, and they walked around the yard, watching for him. They came back in with pizza, and things settled down.
Yes.
By now, we'd pretty much given up calling the cops because it never helped, so we just went back in, each of us, except my youngest brother, still asleep, carrying a knife from the kitchen, just in case, in quotation marks. So it's actually not just in case, it's a facetious just in case. What the hell do you mean by that? Eventually, one of my brothers went into the kitchen to get a bowl of cereal as a snack.
Of course.
Just in case. They're like fully planning on stabbing somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say, for a story where there is a creepy stalker dressed up as a doctor, absolutely nothing has happened whatsoever.
Pretty much.
All there was a slight, reference to inappropriate things at the beginning, and then he called them a lot, I guess. I don't know.
This has almost 2,000 upvotes. This is what people like.
Okay, so we can all acknowledge Reddit is a platform for gullible, stupid idiots. People who spend time on there are wasting their time.
Yep.
There's it's just pure degeneracy.
Yep.
And, oh yeah, I'm a mod.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Stop by the Creepypasta subreddit if you have a story to share.
Don't worry, DP. You're an absentee mod. It's okay.
You're silent. You're a silent partner.
Yeah.
I am.
You know that sensation you get when you can just feel someone watching you?
Arousal? Yes, I can.
Yeah, he had that in spades, arousal.
Wait, he had the feeling?
The brother who went to get the cereal.
Oh, right, okay.
Count Chocula was leering at him from the box, and he got a weird feeling. Oh no, he's turning into a vampy. He kept looking around the kitchen, through the doorway, into the dining room, at the windows. He didn't see anything, but he could still feel eyes on him, so he went closer to the door to try to see better. The kitchen lights were reflecting on the windows of the door. It had 3 rows of 3 windows, so he still couldn't see. I want the measurements of the windows like the butcher knife in Bloody Smiler.
No, that measurement broke my brain. Please don't do that again.
He stepped closer, then closer again, then closer still. He stepped a bit closer, and then closer. Then he took a step and was closer. Then he was closer, until he was right up to the door. Then cupped his hands on either side of his head so he could see. There, on the other side of the window pane, was Dr. Ramsey, smiling back at him. He turned to yell for my older brothers, and when he looked back again, he was gone. The boy was gone? Wow.
Yeah.
When he looked back, he was gone. Damn. They went out again to look for him, but didn't see him.
You know, when a killer smiles at me, it's really creepy, guys.
Yeah. Especially if the smile's too wide.
If the smile is, might even be described as unnaturally wide.
Ooh.
Man.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit regionalist here, but this is Kentucky.
They have wide smiles there.
Well, there's a trespasser just like stalking you.
Not according to state Kentucky law, which dictates that
I'm not
there is no such
talking
thing.
about law. I'm talking about these, salt of the earth, born and bred, red-blooded Americans who don't want someone showing up on their property. One of these boys should just have a fucking rifle being like, get the fuck back. Like, this is Kentucky.
You know these fucking inbred redneck hicks from the deep south that ain't got no education, that don't like pedophilic doctors on their lawn at midnight smiling in their windows. What fucking losers, am I right?
Granted, I've never been to Kentucky, but...
The next night, we were at the table at the Crazy Eights, and my brother was restless.
No.
We were at the Crazy Eights bar, me and all my brothers and sisters.
Last night,
Me and my 12-year-old brothers and my 6-year-old sister were getting up! Because it's Kentucky.
The last night, we were playing Kill Bill, and the Crazy 88s came on, and my brother got restless because he liked Go-Go Yubari, because she's really hot.
Damn it.
Even though she's 16.
Well, he's 12, so whatever.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it's okay.
She's the predator in that scenario.
In Kentucky, they're both okay.
In Kentucky,
if they're
okay.
related.
Only if they're related.
Oh, God.
I like the idea that Kentucky license plates say, Kentucky is okay, and they're like, that's Oklahoma, and they go, what?
Huh?
What?
The next night, we were at the table playing Crazy Eights, and my brother was restless. My sister asked him what's wrong, and he said he always felt like any minute now there was going to be a boom, boom, boom on the
I want you in my room.
Door window. Almost immediately after he finished the sentence, boom, boom, boom on the window right behind him. In the chaos, the two eldest ran out, and he was already gone.
This is a creepypasta. Just put this on the creepypasta sites.
Or
don't pass this off as a let's not meet.
Don't put this on r/creepypasta.
I think this might have been deleted from No Sleep. That's probably why it ended up.
Oh, absolutely.
Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my pediatrist office. No, what is it? What is he
I want
again?
you in my practice.
Yeah, what is he again? I wanted to say pedophile, but that's not right.
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician's office.
A couple of weeks later, I was at school and we were outside in the... Wait, doesn't she have a fucking, ex-cop shadowing her all this time?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, to and from school, but...
All right. But she couldn't, go outside and play. That's what she said, so... I don't know.
Listen, her
Whatever.
parents...
Inconsistencies.
Her parents both went away on some trip and left nobody with the children, so...
Yeah.
Whatever.
A couple weeks later, I was at school when we were outside on the playground during recess. I was swinging upside down when I saw that now familiar blue Ford Galaxy that we just now heard about, but is familiar for some reason, cruising by, moving slowly. There he was, smiling and waving. He called my name, and I ran to the teacher and told her. The school had been told all about him, and she took me inside right away and called my mom. That same day, my mom had gotten a call from the school office asking her to verify that my dad was picking me up, as he'd called to say that he was on his way. He wasn't.
Nothing is happening.
That was terrifying in Ferris Bueller.
Wait. So, he showed up at school. I told the school. The school was like, your dad's here to pick you up. And my dad was like, no. And that was it. That was that paragraph.
Not long after that, I woke up one night, okay, and thirsty, or angry. I went down to the kitchen for a drink, and there, sitting alone in the dark, was my dad.
You ever wake up in the middle of the night, I was a little thirsty, just wanted a neat glass of bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's called regaining consciousness, and it's at noon. You just... not the middle of the night.
Why is it so bright out right now?
On the table, a gun. There you go. He was tired of the police, the band, I guess, waiting
Don't stop so close to me.
The police waiting until Dr. Ramsey quote-unquote tried something. He was tired of his children being terrorized. He was tired of being afraid every time he left for work that something would happen to us while he was gone, so hire a babysitter or something.
He was tired of leaving the state and doing nothing to protect us.
Yeah. Yeah. He put the gun in my hands and left for work.
You're the man of the house now, daughter.
You're the man now, daughter. I sat with him for a time, watching, before he sent me back to bed. Nothing happened again.
Oh my god. This is a masterclass in having zero substance.
It's baffling that words are being put here and then they don't mean anything. It might as well just be like a random text generator.
1.7 thousand upvotes.
You're fucking marks. Sorry, just be frank with you. You're fucking marks.
Jesus Christ.
These events and many more took place. Oh, and many more took place over 18 months. Then, as suddenly as it began, it was over because I got bored writing this story. He had vanished from our lives, the phone calls, the drive-bys with the creepy waves, everything. When was for the longest time, during and after the Dr. Ramsey days, I would have a recurring nightmare in which something more interesting would happen. I would wake up to find him standing over me as I slept. I couldn't find a way to have him sleep over me, be over me while I'm sleeping in the actual story. So, I just tried to get it in this way. It took a long time before I felt like a kid again.
I found out years later that when he was calling, Dr. Ramsey would tell my parents that he was going to rape and kill me, and later my sister, and that there was nothing they could do about it.
Because it has rape.
I don't know what happened to him when he disappeared. I don't know if he was in a car wreck, locked in prison in a coma, but sometimes I wonder if the wait ended for my dad when he was sitting in the darkened kitchen one night. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to.
I like the idea that his father's waiting in the kitchen with the gun. It's like, the police aren't doing anything. I've had enough of it. I can't keep defending you like this. So he just pulls the gun and blows his brains out. Good luck, daughter.
I'm looking up stalking laws in Kentucky because I don't believe that they weren't a thing back in the 80s.
Hello. Update in all capital letters. I am working on bringing this story to a book format. Fuck you.
Don't.
Oh no. Don't look ahead. Don't look ahead. No, don't.
No, we already did.
I am doing it partly because writing about it has proven to be cathartic for me, and partly because I want to help others see that this is survivable. Nothing is survivable.
Listen,
Nothing
it's survivable. It's survivable. If you're being stalked by Dr. Bleeding Pizza, you can survive it.
The bloody pizza-er. I have started a GoFundMe for it because in order to write it completely, I need to be able to house my daughter and I while I'm in progress. And also because I'd like to be able to get my hands on the most information/records possible, so that it is as full and accurate a book as it can be. So this is for house expenses, living expenses. I spent time over the winter in Minnesota interviewing family so I could fill in the gaps in my own memory on your fake lie story. I even finally asked my dad if he knew what happened to Dr. Ramsey in the end. If you can donate, that would be awesome. If not, please pass the link on to others who may be able to. It would mean the world to my daughter and I.
That is
okay.
So scummy.
I have to apologize to the author. The anti-stalking law in Kentucky criminal law, as far as the statutes are concerned, was created in 1992.
Yeah, but...
So I guess it wasn't on the books in the 80s.
Yeah, but calling and threatening to rape and kill children.
Yeah, no, the police are not going to
No.
be like, well, we can't do anything about it. Like, that's not a thing. So
the GoFundMe is deactivated, and it's titled A Home and Hope for, the names of the people.
And it's got two fucking people in a goddamn zoo posing for photos.
It's for A Home and Hope, which is, you're talking about writing a book, and it's to help with something else. And
What the
maybe
fuck?
this person is in real need, and maybe this person has real problems, and, it says this is categorized as medical illness and healing, so it's now a medical issue as well.
The organizers.
But-
Why the fuck
Well,
does
let's
this
not
take place in
dox them,
Kentucky?
Abysmii.
That small, fucking multi-million person city that
Elias.
I'm also from.
Elias, bleep that out. Replace it with
Whatever.
But yeah, it's for a home, it's for medical illness and healing, and it's to write a book. Almost $1,000.
Ooh.
Ooh, woo, said DP.
Wow, that's gross.
Bad.
Yeah.
As I said, the person may have real need and may be
sure.
have real problems, but it's not 3 things at once.
That sketch, like medical illness, blah blah blah, and then like we also have just like I need to put this into a book format. It's a catharsis for me. Fuck you. That's so not okay. I'm so not okay with this.
Somebody
Hate
commented.
this subreddit.
Somebody commented and they said, "Am I the only one who imagined this doctor as Gordon Ramsay?" And the author of the post, who had this really happen to her, says, "No, haha. You're not the only one. I imagined him as Gordon Ramsay too. Ha ha." That's not what it says, but
This is terrifying. Everything about it. One of the most unnerving things I've ever read. Had me glancing around my room uncomfortably. It's also really well written. I'm glad you're safe, and so frustrated by the police's inability to do anything. That just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me either.
somebody also brought up some of the misspellings, which the author says were auto-corrected, but they never went back to fix. They're going to write a book. My books have typos in them, but fuck. Because nobody reads them.
My books have typos, and yeah.
Nobody reads them. Nobody tells me about them, so.
Hey. I did.
That's true.
On a plane ride, I went through and edited all your damn work.
Yeah, that was weird. And you were drunk, so it was like, these people should kiss. I was like, okay. Whatever.
Listen.
What a tall and goofy kiss.
Listen. Come down here. Free Egyptian pussy.
What? Is that an ad on Reddit? What are you talking about?
No, we're going back to the Mercy Pharaoh.
Oh.
God, keep up, Slimebeast.
Free Egyptian pussy in your area. Click here. It's just a picture of an inverse pyramid.
Someone in Jordan is just like, well, it's not too far of a drive.
It sounds legit.
What a shit show.
The episode and the story.
Oh my god.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Open up.
Hey, mister, stop banging on the window. You'll wake up my 13 brothers and sisters that are all left alone here as our parents are out of town for work.
Okay, but open up.
Why do you want in?
I'm trying to give you your pizza.
I didn't order a pizza.
Your brother did.
At this time of night, in this weather, delivering to my window and not the front door?
Yes. Open up.
That doesn't look like a pizza. It looks like a knife.
To cut your pizza.
Why not have the pizza cut already, like normal?
Because cutting it begins the pizza protein release process, and it needs to be eaten fresh.
I have a pizza skin in Fortnite.
Open up.
Why don't you floss with me?
Open the window. It is your gate to pizza. Stop flossing.
I already have pizza. My dad showed me how to use pizza.
Don't know what you mean.
Get a pizza this, noob.
AIDungeon.io.
Yes.
AI
Golden
Dungeon.
Gods.
Pardon? AIDungeon.io is a procedurally generated text MUD game you can play in your browser. Basically, it's just a text game, and everything it does, all the reactions it gives to your commands, like go west, or use door, or fill up the hole him gots, all the responses are procedurally generated, based on, I think it was thousands of choose-your-own-adventure stories from some website that, users had written or something like that. So it's pretty cool. You can pretty much type in anything, and it'll give you a somewhat cohesive narrative.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I tricked Abysmii into playing it on stream.
It was fun.
He was streaming. He was streaming games, and I said, "What about the fact that you promised to play AI Dungeon, which we had never discussed before?"
Well, no, we had.
Well, not the promise.
But yeah, no, it is fun because it breaks in very funny, interesting ways. So yeah, no, definitely go check that out. It's fun. It's a browser game. You don't have to download anything.
And look forward to a future episode where the three of us play it together and read it out.
Dude, yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah. You are the Fear Fiction Podcast cast. You were on a quest. You were on a quest to slay the evil Lich King MatPat. I don't know.
Oh. We may have to play as MatPat.
Oh, yeah, that's actually the better thing. You are MatPat in search of game theories. You are wandering the kingdom of Larian.
You are wandering the kingdom of plagiarism.
Oh, God. Yeah. Welcome to the kingdom of plagiarism. Wait a minute. That's what they say in the next kingdom over.
Oh, no.
Because they plagiarized it. Alright, I'm gonna go close my door really quick. I'll be right back. I would mute myself and do it, but it's my turn to read, so I'll be right back.
Cool, I guess we'll just hang around while you do that.
Seriously, I take a single shot, and for some reason, shit gets off the rail with you. Why does this happen?
Because I liked art. That's why. I got my master's degree in Scotland. I like the party, okay?
You got your master's degree in Scotland? What a waste of studies. Now, what are you, a Scotland expert now? Got your master's degree in Scotland? Get it?
Can you even speak Scottish?
Yeah, because they speak English.
Do they now?
Unless you're referring to Gaelic,
leprechaun.
which, no.
Leprechauns are Scottish.